All right, well, it's a rest day. We're going to stay active. We're going to go take a walk. We're going to take these mutts for a nice little hike. You know, anytime you're walking on dirt, you can consider it a hike. We're going to refill our waters, and we're going to pick up an online grocery order.
We already made it all the way to the end of our driveway before I need my first snack.
Brought us some other snacks too.
We don't go anywhere without at least 500 calories worth of snacks.
The other day, we went to walk our dogs and then drop Jonathan's sister's dog off to her, and she took a little longer than expected. We were sitting in this parking lot waiting for her for like 30 minutes, and all I had was a candy cane. I was like, well, this is one time I don't bring snacks, so that's why we always bring snacks. You never know. This is Blue Hole. In the summer, you can get a day pass to come swim here. They have some ropes you can swing off into the water.
So it's a rest day for us. So we typically do 3 days on, 1 day off, 2 days on, 1 day off. And
that usually sets our rest days at Thursdays and Sundays.
It's easy to get kind of caught up in that mindset that to make progress, you have to keep working and working and working. But honestly, like all the adaptations that we want with our strength and our fitness, they happen when you rest between your workouts, by eating enough food, by sleeping, and by taking days like today off. If you only pay attention to the work you're doing in the gym and not the recovery that you're putting in, you're not actually getting the benefit out of the work you're doing in the gym.
I usually go into a rest day. Part of me is like almost like disappointed because we do like enjoy the process so much now, but we get to do stuff like this like we wouldn't normally have time for. And so we really try to make it a point on on Thursdays and Sundays to get out of our house, to get out of our gym space and do something else, something different.
Yeah.
Hiking on these trails are perfect for us because there are 3 restrooms.
Why is that perfect for us?
Because Jonathan can't make more than a mile without having to make a pit stop.
Hey, we're stopping for you, not me. Another common question about rest days is, should I eat less on rest days? Our advice is to not eat less on rest days for a couple of different reasons. Number one, routine is your friend when it comes to fat loss. So having a standard menu that you typically eat from day to day is going to be the thing that makes you be the most consistent versus trying to be like, all right, how am I going to eat 300 calories less this day? Also, what do you think is going to happen the next day after you have that low calorie day and you actually are going to train? Your performance is going to suffer and you want to be hungry. Second of all, go back to what the point of rest is in the first place. It's for recovery. Why would you want to give yourself less calories for recovery on a day when you're supposed to be resting? So our advice is to, even if you're losing fat, eat the same number of calories on your rest days as you do your training days. Lacey, you up here? Come on. Good girl. Good. How are you gonna get down? Come on. You ready to go? Yeah, let's go. Wow. So amazing. Open it up. Okay, So we told you our workout schedule, how many days per week we work out, what we try to do on rest days. Leave us a comment below and let us know what you do for workout, how many days you work out, and what you try to do on your rest days.
That's right. Oh, jeez.
Everybody watch their step.
PYRs, not hiking shoes. Okay, go.
Lacey says, what's the hurry? All right, rest day walk complete. How far did we go?
About 2.25 miles.
Not bad. How long did that take us?
Just an hour.
How many calories did we burn?
Doesn't matter.
What's next?
We're gonna go pick up some groceries and refill our water bottle.
All right, we were only able to scrounge together $2. It's $1 for every 5 gallons. I brought 5 jugs for us to fill up.
Woo!
We'll be back another day for the rest of the waters. So the reason we have to buy this water is we're on a well at our house and it's super hard water. Even though all of our water goes through a water softener, the water is still super, super hard. So we don't drink it. So every week or so we have to come into town and buy water. Wave Blakely.
Texted them that we're here.
When you guys get to curbside and you like somebody else pulls in at the same time as you, do you get on your phone and try to text the number in before the other person does?
It's a race. Sometimes I'll like have the app open ready to like put my parking spot number in and be like
Curbside though has been a big game changer for us as far as time efficiency.
We had never done curbside until we lived in Idaho in 2020, and now we do it all the time.
I would say
just for the time saving. I think time savings and money savings. Like you kind of have your list in there, and they show you the coupons. But when you use the app, it like tells you like if you like now we're fixing to have like several bags of chips, but they don't go bad. But like it was like a better deal to buy multiple bags of chips.
If you buy 20 bags of chips, you get $1 off. So we went for that.
Let's roll.
Groceries have been secured. Okay, we got up. We worked for about an hour before breakfast, had breakfast, worked for another 3 hours, and then went back out to do all this kind of stuff. That's a typical rest day for us. Like the same time that we would work out is when we went out to do all this, go for the walk and run these errands.
All of a sudden we're in this weird habit of like saying around 11 we're gonna work out, and then about 12:30 we actually like end up, we get busy doing work stuff and like, okay, hang on, let me do this one more thing. About 12:30 we start to work out, and then we end up eating lunch like closer to like 3. The whole day is kind of weird, but I really don't mind it.
Yeah, it's working.
It's working for us.
Okay, let's say you had to have 3 fallback careers from this. What 3 things would you do if the pay didn't matter at all?
A walking post woman in Boise, Idaho.
A male woman?
A male woman. I could be a grocery store checker.
Would you want to be the checker or the bagger?
I like checking.
I don't know, man.
I like
stressful.
I like it. I like when we go to the grocery store. I like to check myself out.
I get too flustered looking for the barcode.
I have a third job. I don't know what it would be for, but I love to be like behind the scenes of something, like behind the scenes of a big event, like behind the scenes of putting on the CrossFit Games, or behind, you know, something like that. Like,
you'd want to be on the setup.
The closest I got was doing that media for CrossFit Regionals. That was fast paced. It was, you know, I actually doing weddings too was like that. I actually learned not to like that after a while. It was a long day, but it wasn't that fast paced. Like there were certain times of day that were, you know, of course, like the ceremony.
There's like critical times, but
it's not fast paced. It's a long, boring day where you're just like, all right, already, let's move on.
And even like the people who are in the wedding, they're like, man, this is a long day. And when are we going to get to this part? That's why people in wedding parties get so drunk. It's because they're so bored. They just drink all day. And as a photographer,
you can't be drinking. I liked weddings that were kind of like off the cuff. Like they didn't have to do all the ritual things.
I like to see a wedding where they don't have a plan for when they're going to like do stuff. I don't think that.
Well, we didn't really have a plan. We're like,
we didn't have a very good plan, but we had a plan.
No, we have to cut the cake. Yeah. Okay, go ahead.
We didn't have like a good. Well, I don't know. That's not true. We had a good coordinator, but
we didn't have a coordinator. Well, we had the lady that owned the building where we got married, and I didn't know she was going to coordinate, but she actually just ended up helping us.
Thank God she did.
She was like, "Oh, you guys have no clue what you're doing. I guess I'll stay."
I think she just felt sorry for us.
I think she did too. I guess I'll tell you what to do. You're your own DJ, so this is not going to be good.
She's like, "Where's the DJ?"
Like we're the DJ. We have the song list.
We brought CDs. We just need somebody to sit there and change the CDs. We know how to push
play. Why would we hire a DJ?
Yeah. I mean, we got the electric slide. We got Chumbawamba. What else do you need? YMCA? People might be wondering if they've ever seen any other car content that we've posted. Why are you always driving? Do I have a driver's license? Do I know how to drive? Why are you always driving?
I like driving. I'm a way better at driving than Jonathan.
Whatever.
The other day, I said, he was like, let me drive. And I noticed something over to my right. And I said, whoa, blah, blah, blah. And he almost veered off the road and then blamed me because he's like, you told me to look. I was like, I was looking at something and I happened to talk to you about it. The driver's responsible for staying in the road. If you were like, oh, look, an eagle, I would make sure I had control of the road and nothing was coming before I just was like, whoa, look, an eagle. So I said, oh, hey, like so-and-so built another building. And you're like, whoa. I was like, whoa. He literally went over the white line and almost off the pavement into the gravel, which would have then taken us over the hill. I feel like we're pretty lucky to live where we live. It's such an easy town. It's like we just went and found a nice little trail. Went to the grocery store, went and got water. Beautiful scenery.
Yep.
It's a good place. It's a good place to live. You do have to take your life in your hands, turn it into our neighborhood. But
I'm pretty sure that guy was just rolling a joint. The guy sitting in that truck.
Yeah.
Don't you burp on me.
Top of the neighborhood. Is that Leslie? I know.
No.
They were waving like they really knew us. Like when people give you like this kind of wave, you're like, oh, I know you.
Yeah, usually out here it's just like the hand up. Like, this is an I know you wave.
This is like
this is something
or
special.
Or flag you down. That was a special wave.
This is like a I know you wave or like a 5-year-old. That's how they wave. Right. Anything else for this video or are we done?
We're done.
Thanks for following along on our rest day shenanigans. Hey, be sure to like this video and subscribe to our channel while we're here. Daily uploads every other day at best. Worst case scenario.